Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to Ask the Pink Hat. It's Friday. We are in Marina Del Rey. We're at the beach. We're by the water. Hopefully you can see that behind us because that's the big dreams that we're chasing right here. Welcome to Ask the Pink Hat. We're coming live from Marina Del Rey, California. Just want to spend a good 10, 15 minutes with our favorite people, Nap Nation and Naked Notes podcast listeners. So hello out there. Give you a few minutes to come in and realize that it's 4 o'clock on a Friday, right? Give you a second to recognize that. Pile on in, say hello to us. Also have Natasha standing by for one of her final Ask the Pink Hats coming up here. We'll definitely have her back, probably as a guest, right? We can interview note mamas, like real note mamas, right? Like your mom, you buy notes. I think so. I think we'll have her back for that. And again, we are live from Marina Del Rey, Naked Notes podcast. We have a lot of cool and exciting updates for you. And again, we're just stopping in to spend 10, 15 minutes with some of our favorite people. And that's you, the Naked Notes podcast listeners and our Nap Nation. That's right. All right. So I got Natasha standing by. Let's bring her on and see if she's available to just spend some Friday with us and talk about all the things we got done in the last week since we last saw you. Tasha, you there?
I am. Oh man, it looks so dark. Sorry. Because I am not at the beach.
I was gonna say it happens when you're not like at the bay.
At the bay. Well, let me get my little selfie light. See if we can...
look at that. Boom. Next thing you know, it's fine. Oh,
sounds like you can see me and everything.
Look at that. So just so you know, I do not have her in the dungeon. She does not work in the dungeon of the Note Assistance program. And so I'm excited that she, it's fine to let you know that. How you doing this happy Friday?
I'm doing great. I see that we have our little scannable thingamajiggy up there.
I'm so excited to talk about that, right? So if you are listening, we feel so up and coming, right? We got this new...
We're like a big tech firm at this point, really.
Big time. We got this new, you see it right there? That's a, I don't even know what they call those things, QR code. There we go. It's a cool QR code. You can scan it with your phone, and boom, you're in touch with us. It's amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we definitely are going to have a lot of that, so you can always reach out to us just in case you find us after this closes, because we're only going to spend 15 minutes here. But definitely that's one of the hugest things we want to talk about. I was excited to talk about the QR code because, I don't know, I feel like
I stole your thunder. I was just
No, it's okay. No, this is what 2021 is about, showing off all our new stuff. What else we got going on? Our virtual note lab, right? We've got that coming up in April. Let's tell them about that for sure.
April 17th and 18th. It's already, people have already bought tickets for it, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But we like to let you know ahead of time so that you can plan, even though it is on Zoom. So it's like, you don't really have to go anywhere. So it should be a pretty easy thing for you to mark on your calendars. We're excited. We got amazing feedback from our January Mortgage Note Lab. There were people that wanted to attend that weren't able to. And so I know that this one's going to be even bigger than the last one. However, we do keep it small intentionally because we still want you guys to be able to network with each other, feel like you're not a number, in a room. This, like, we know you name by every person by name. We know your face so that you guys have an opportunity to get content and networking.
We do go through homework as well. So if we're going to actually, look at everyone's homework and give everyone a chance to shine, then it's important to keep everyone pretty small. But anyway, yes, we're really excited about that. We only do 4 a year. So you missed the first one. You have 3 more chances in 2021. Yes, they're virtual online. So if you want to know more about that, go check out Eventbrite. Okay, that's huge.
Check us out. That's a big one. Our next thing that we have coming up is going to be our Lunch and Learn next Thursday on the 25th. That will be my last event, at least for a minute. So you guys should come check it out. We're going to have a guest speaker. We always have one of our members talking about their note. We're going to have content, and we're going to be showing you guys live inventory. And right now, the inventory is off the chain. There's so much of it.
So let's talk about this. Lunch and Learn is going to be ridiculous. So if you have the time, I know it's the middle of the day, but I got to tell you this. We're going to be going over a real asset that someone just purchased in Newark, New Jersey. So if you're out there on the East Coast and you want to see what's going down, some of the larger assets, this is going to be an asset that's clearly worth about $400,000 or more after repair value. And we're going to show you the good and bad and the ugly about notes. So if you have
are you going to show them the pictures?
Oh, we're showing the pictures. I cannot wait to hear people's heads pop. Boom, 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 boom. People get some drop. Why would you buy that? So we're going for shock value, but it's all real. You're going to see what we're actually buying. So we're going to show you some real life active assets. And then if you're stick around, you'll get to see how we close this thing out over the next 4 or 5 months. So we expect to have that, finished out by the time the summer comes. So if you tune in this Lunch and Learn, guess what? you are going to be able to track and trail the success of one of our members. How's that?
And this is open to the public. It's free. It's open to the public. You don't have to be part of Nap Nation. You don't have to have any notes. So there's really no excuse for you to not be there. It's held via Zoom. It is going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can find that on our meetup page. You can reach out to Latrice at invest@noteassistanceprogram.com to get the link. But be there, be square, man.
Looks like we have our trusty assistant, Latrice. Hey, Latrice. How you doing? Alicia, we have some of our regulars out there. Yeah, I mean, let's move to our profits part. We're getting a lot of recognition for that. I just did a wonderful, what do you call it? Interview with some magazine. I don't remember the name of it. We just did a interview with the magazine, and it was just amazing about all the attention that we're getting for our IPG. So let's talk about it. We have a new charities page on our noteassistanceprogram.com page, and Natasha is really the one putting all the work on this. So tell them about what it is that you're doing and why.
So the actual charities page itself is still a work in progress. So don't be crazy, don't get too crazy about it. But we have, if you do hover over it and you click on the two links that are attached, one of them is for Sackcloth and Ashes. So our whole concept this year was expanding on our 5K and 5Y and having the IPG, Invest, Profit, Give. And our charities page is going to really encapsulate like what that looks like. What is investing about? What is profiting about? What is giving about? How are we taking advantage of each of those things within our community? This year in particular, we partnered up with Sackcloth and Ashes so we can donate 500 blankets, but their goal is to donate 1 million. So for every note that you buy with us, you get a blanket, very Oprah style. You get a blanket, you get a blanket. And we also donate on your behalf to a local homeless shelter. So we're kind of forcing you guys to be charitable this year.
And we're excited about that, okay? We're excited about it. So yes, to reiterate, our Invest, Profit, Give, right? This IPG campaign, it's going to be just a vast covering of things. But right now we're focusing on the Sackcloth and Ashes, and we're going to be giving away blankets. So that's 500 for us. Just count it. Nap Nation is dedicating 500 to Bob Dalton's cause. So if you have a cause that's worthy of our attention, let us know. We're very interested, in growing our IPG campaign. And we actually have a few tricks up our sleeves for some other things that we're talking about as well for that. So we are definitely that program that makes money and likes to, give back.
And if we didn't say it, our website is noteassistanceprogram.com. You can see up there, we've got different links. We've got resources. We've got links to our podcast. We've got, what our events are that are coming up. And then we have a charities page that like I said, the page itself is still work in progress, should be done in the next week or two. But if you go to Sackcloth and Ashes, you can click on them and we've done their page and you kind of know a little bit more about what they're doing and how we're contributing to their $1 million goal.
Exactly. So before we head out, let's talk about our podcast because we have it's so amazing how many guests are lining up to speak with. I'm like, hey, slow it down. We can't.
I know you are too. You're like, no, slow it down.
We can't be on season 5. I feel like 5's our lucky number because that's 5K and 5Y, right?
Mm-hmm. I see what you did there.
I see what I did there. But no, honestly, what's exciting about this is that our teaming up with Bob Dalton and all this good stuff is really helping us help you guys as well and become the best community out there. So when we compare, not that there's a competition, but if we were to compare, you guys are making us become newsworthy right now. So we're really excited about that. We're donating 500 blankets this year.
Maybe 5 million one day. Yeah.
So on our podcast, excited to talk to you about that, right? So I want you to know that we have someone coming up to speak about partials, right? We just talked about cost and tax segregation. So for those of you guys who are big balling out there, we talked about that this year, this season even. And what else did we talk about? Oh my gosh, Cook County. So
that's the one that's coming out Tuesday. Yeah.
Let them know how powerful that's going to be.
Yeah. So we probably within the last year, we had always kind of deterred people from investing in Illinois right away for the first no, because it's not a super lender friendly state. But we've had a few people in our community that were like, hey, we're not scared. So they started buying in Illinois. So then it kind of forced our hand to create a team there and be able to build up there. And so we were able to find some really good attorneys that we worked with. And things just with all counties, things are changing constantly with the pandemic. Like, I think that when we do the attorney call, you'll hear on Tuesday's podcast, they say they're on like revision 7 for in 1 year of how many different changes have happened just within that county. So it was cool to hear real time where Cook County is, because it's such a large county. You think it's just Chicago, but there's really like all these other suburbs that are part of it. and how that's being affected with you being able to move forward with foreclosures, with evictions, how things are merging together to try to create efficiencies. But of course, there's some lag time in the process. It's a really informative podcast.
And guys, here's what I want to tell you also. Paying attention to even if you're investing or not in Cook County, I want you to understand it's really, really important that you check that podcast out so you can understand what's happening in some of the tougher counties and how people are getting past them, right? So they're going to talk to you about, some of the things that are causing the delays there. So also, if you are involved in Cook County, whether you're part of the community or not, I encourage you to check out that podcast because it may explain to you some of your delays that you're going through right now. Okay. And so really, we want you to know that every county is unique. There's a lot of surprises in that podcast. So pay attention next Tuesday, midnight.
And we introduce you to one of our Black Book Resources attorneys that works exclusively. And one of the cool things that they point out, just so you guys know, like when we talk about making sure that you have Black Book resources that are resourceful and are within that community, they said they're like right across the street from the county. So they're used to walking over and being like, hey, knock, 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 here we go. So that's the type of attorney you want, not the person that's sitting 10 states away that's like, oh yeah, trying to, no. You want the person
I'll outsource this to my friend or my other arm of my business. So so pay attention to what we're doing. We want to thank you for stopping by. We're going to wrap this up. It's Friday, yay! And so most of us want to get out and take advantage of, all these vaccines that are happening right now. So hopefully I'm going to get
some of us want to be at the water.
That would be me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Naked Notes Podcast signing out.
Bye-bye.